Hey, 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 hey. Let me say some hellos. Let me come in here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. My ears are sponsored by Nas Ether. That's what's playing in my head right now. How you doing? Just Beetle. How you doing, sis? Happy Friday. How's it going? How's it going? Tina says, how you doing? How you guys feeling? Susan says, how you doing? Happy Friday. Maria, how you doing? Happy Friday. Now I'm gonna need y'all to fill me in on some things. It's just us up in here. No one else is gonna see it but us. But so what's going on with Siwa? I was watching E11 earlier. I was watching and I heard her say, I hope you and the princess is okay. So then I went over to her page and I saw that it's been 7 days. It's been 7 whole days. And now the word from the broom. 7 whole nights. Oh no, something's going on. We're sending from the kingdom. We're sending love to princess and hoping everything's okay. And the mama just decided to, come off the internet. Maybe that's just it. So we're praying it's all the best. Because the broom got a lot of issues. But we don't want to. So I was just trying to make sure. I said, is she okay? Is princess okay? Is the Wi-Fi down? I need to know. Because the nosy heifer in me, she said she got to know. She needed to know. 7 sis, how you doing? How you doing? Yes. You better not be driving and tagging. We say, Savage say, hey everybody. How you doing, sis? How you doing? Just John King, how you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. But I had to know. You know what, Maria? I hope that's the truth. I really hope that's what's going on in her life. And God, no, I don't pray any more children. No. But I see she's gone. Gone. So I said, let it be. Let it be. Don't y'all call. It is October. And it's Friday. We're not gonna call it Freaky Friday. We're gonna call it Fright Friday. So every Friday we're gonna somehow discuss something that's creepy, fright nightish, whatever you want to call it. And this week, who I want to talk about is Jack the Ripper. Now, of course, for the B, they used to sit around the table and talk about Jack the Ripper. At the dinner table, they was passing the salt and the stories. But when I think of Jack the Ripper, I just think of a case of, how some cases they just looking everywhere but where they should. I feel like that's one of that cases, and I think that it's so funny that happened in the 1800s, and we are sitting in 2024, and those are still how they handle in some cases. Sometimes they don't want to admit. Here's a true story about something that took place in Oak Park years ago. I think like 81, I believe is when it happened. But there was a man who was 187 on the train platform, and when he was murked on the train platform, all of the witnesses said it was a Caucasian man. He had on a suit. He looked like he was going to work, because this was in the rush hour in the morning. And he looked like that. That's not the alert they put out. They put out an alert of someone they will never find. That's why to this day, this is an unsolved crime. Because then, of course, you ran into some people that fit descriptions that had some criminal records, but it wasn't the crime. It wasn't the criminal. Because sometimes we'd rather pretend than to address. And when we do that, it becomes a bigger problem. So when I think of Jack the Ripper, I just think of a case of, first of all, some of the things that were going on. You knew this wasn't just some average person. This wasn't just just me and you. We doing that because this dude was taking organs out and all. There was a lot of stuff going on. Then it started making me think because they still doing organ stealing in 2024, and it's so big, it's out there, but you can't talk about it. And all the stuff we should talk about, you can't talk about. You shouldn't talk about. You don't want it, but you think, what? And it's like anybody who's involved with crimes that old, it's like they're dead anyway. So I don't know. What did Maria say? What did she say? Got people spitting out their coffee. Maria, what you in here doing? You acting the phone now? I don't want to laugh. Oh, you talking about that Siebel? Yeah, yeah, yeah. She got triple eggs. She laid 3 eggs, and she's doing. Y'all know, Horton sits on an egg. Yeah, this is her. The broom sits on some eggs, so she had to go away, go sit on her eggs. And this is her month, y'all. Come on now. She had to jump on her broom and take care of some stuff. So let's not worry, okay? Let's just say she's hard at work. It's October. She's hard at work. She is flying over a city near you. She's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. But put that out on the street. She's fine. She's still watching. She's still downloading. She's still screen recording. She's there. She's there. She's still in chats. She's in other accounts. The B does. See, sometimes I think y'all think I come on here and just make up stuff about these people. No. I'm not like the rest. I actually be quoting stuff. They say, this happened. Then she said, no, I'm talking about the Jack the Ripper in Illinois. I said, what Jack the Ripper we got in Illinois? Was he the copycat killer? But anyway, she said her and her family used to sit around the dinner table many a nights discussing the Jack the Ripper murders. And you end up being a prostitute? This is weird. Like the irony of that. The irony of that. The irony of meatloaf and conversations of hookers, and you would become one, Hey. But no, she said the family, they sat around the table, and it was one of the best family discussions they had. Well, that went. I just wish I could have been a fly on the wall, just for one day. So I could be like, what the? Y'all are grooming her. They didn't even realize it. She was looking for her own Jack the Ripper. She was going to find out who he was. She wanted his ancestors, She wanted not his ancestors. She wanted, his lineage. She wanted anybody who seemed like they could have fit the description. She was there. No Savage. The family sat around and had good discussions. Yeah, that was a perfect family dinner discussion, girl. You never sat around with your family. Y'all didn't sit around the dinner table and talk Jeffrey Dahmer. Come on now. You didn't sit around. Come on. Who didn't sit around and talk Manson at the table? Who did not sit at the, I'm sure they were bringing out news clips and everything at the dinner table. What family doesn't? They might just beat them. Huh? What family doesn't? Bambi, how you doing? What family doesn't? Now, Savage, let me tell you something. Your family wasn't hitting on nothing if they wasn't sitting around the table having these kind of discussions. On your way to church having discussions. Maybe they were trying to solve it. Maybe they were playing Clue at the table, at the dinner table. Like, who do you think did it? Who do you think was doing it? I don't know. I just know that years later, she'd be hooking on Backspace. She wouldn't be in the alleys of a poor London streets. She would be in the back page. I feel like we're telling a horror story already. I feel like we're telling a spooky Halloween story already. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared of what was going on in Addison back in the day. That they were sitting around the dinner table. See, yeah, I didn't even come on here and talk about that dinner table. But now that I think about it, I'm like, this is sick. This is sick. Like, this is sick. Like, sick, Savage. Like, sick. Mm-hmm. No, you heard me right. And she told the story, y'all, because this is the only person, just like when she talk about Glenwood, she speak like we talking about good stock, like we talking about, pride and joy, like we talking about kings of kings, like we talking about, every man a woman wants. She knows how to sell it to you. So that day when I was listening, at first I'm like, wait, she just said they would used to be around her dinner table. Talking about who? I hit that thing that 15 seconds back. You know, you rewind it 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I was like, let me go back. She said, yeah. She said, my family, we had many of family discussions. I said, many. So y'all didn't do this once? Okay. Okay. Like I said, later she'd be looking for her own Jack the Ripper. She said, but I don't want them to take them out and take our organs. I just want them to love us a long time. You know, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know how you think like that yet. Jeffrey Dahmer stories. Yeah, before bedtime. Said, come here, let me tell you a story about a man that was trapped in his own self. Crazy as a mofo. Now listen, honey. That's probably how they told her stories. They said, listen, there was this real handsome man. Oh my God, blonde hair, blue eyes. He was beautiful. And he knew the Bible frontwards and backwards. And so you gonna take the fact that he slaughtered a pregnant woman to make him a bad guy? Listen, honey, I'm trying to teach you about the good men out there. Yeah, his name was Manson. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Do you want to talk about what were they schooling her on? Feel the love, feel the love. How you doing? They needed to feel some love in there. They might as well just told about Freddie and them. Like say, yeah, this guy got long claws, you know, he slice you all up and all that. But he could fall in love with you. Under the burnt skin, he's beautiful. I don't think she ever figured it out. I think she was searching her whole life since she was a little girl for Jack the Ripper. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ruski, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah. Kristen, how you doing? Welcome. Right at that, I wouldn't ask for a knife at that dinner table. We got to eat knifeless food at her house, especially if that's what we're talking about. Could you imagine? Is she the oldest or the youngest? Because if she remembered, this is sick. That the conversations was that deep. You sit in a family of 8 sitting at the dinner table. Yes. Pass the butter, Peter. Pass it on down. Yes. Thank you. Oh my God. So what he did was did he cut out? Wait. So was her liver missing? Oh, it was a kidney. So was he sleeping with him? Hold on. Send that butter down to your sister. Send it down. Her biscuits are dry. Your biscuits. Use the knife the right way. How many times do I tell you pick it up like this? You use it like this. What's wrong with you? They were telling her to use the knife like this. She took it other ways. I'm not trying to get dirty. It's too early. But they taught this girl. So now I'm blaming the system of her house. Why this was going on in her home. I need to know. You know, we're worried about these people. We're worried. And we're sending out life jackets. We are. We're going into 25, saving them. We saving them from themselves. We are. Chris, and I have to, sis. I have to. I don't want none of y'all sitting around y'all dinner table. Let me find out one of y'all kings and queens sitting around with these kids. Talking about, yeah, you want to talk about the school shooters? You want to? Yeah, let's talk about it. He used to have this nice bedroom. He had a good bed. You know, matter of fact, when I think about it, he had a nice closet too, filled with nice clothes. I can't with these people. But these are the same people that love to go sit in rooms where they doing that kind of terrible talk. That's the talk. The whole chat is on killer mode. The whole chat is going bananas and disgusting. The person on the stage is going bananas and disgusting. So I'm not surprised you sat around the dinner table like that. Like for real. I can only imagine the bedtime stories in that house. I could only imagine. The treats they left Santa Claus. Razor blades and the cookies and stuff. Like, what kind of treats are these kids? That's what I'm telling you, Just Beetle. That's what I'm telling you. For Halloween, she was Jack the Ripper 8 years in a row. Nobody thought something was wrong. No, nobody. In the first part, she was Jack the Ripper by night in her night costume, but when she went to school, she was one of the prostitutes. Not one of the ones of the 5 that we know a name to. Just one of the ones he never even touched. She said, how did she find out what prostitutes was working in the 1800s? But she was imitating him, and her family didn't seem, nevertheless, they didn't seem wise enough to see that this child was headed down the wrong road fast. My God, somebody do an after school special on this child. And started off with the family sitting there passing biscuits and telling those stories. Okay. And she said she grew up better than me. She ain't grow up better than none of us. You could have grew up in a trap house and it sounds better than that. Because at least we knew you was trying to win because you started from the bottom. She told us she started at the top. I can't just beat her. I can't. Say, no, sweetie. That's not how you butter a biscuit. You buttered the biscuit. Get the butter inside the biscuit. You like, damn, your family is. I look, Nino, like, what's going on, Ma? We good. We don't do that at our dinner table. We don't. We don't, Booney. We don't. Matter of fact, we melting butter from now on. We pouring it on biscuits. Let me find out one of y'all using the knife for a biscuit. I'm getting nervous. YouTube, I need y'all to do some background checks on the family and their dinner talk. My mama used to ask us stuff like, how was your day? What did you do today? What did you learn today? Rooski, I spoke already. How you doing? An after school special, I'm telling you. Call it How Not to Be with a big B on it and shit. It's How Not to Be. I bet her and her sister, they didn't say their prayers before they went to bed. They played with a Ouija board. And they brought the spirits of dead prostitutes back to life. Say, wait, why dead prostitutes? Say, why is your daughter obsessed with prostitutes? And y'all think about it. When she even talk about the hookers she once hooked with, she talk about them like they weren't hookers together. Like, oh, them old nasty whores. Do you know what that skank whore was doing for crack? Do you know? She was worse than those women that Jack the Ripper got. You like, girl, you always referring back to Jack. Watch her. I'm watching her. Y'all not. See, y'all didn't see that. I had to tell y'all that. I had to bring that to your awareness for October. Yeah. And they were saying Ouija boards. They was just praying. Say, oh my God, the Ouija board just spelled out slut. Gee, what are you doing? Oh yeah, she'll always be a bottom. And I ain't even talking about somebody's bottom B, just the bottom. Just the bottom of the bottom. When you think of the bottom, she gonna be the bottom. The bottom. You know, and I would love to make a Cinderella, but that would mean somebody could turn a pumpkin into a carriage and then she could ride off and get a prince. And I don't believe that. She would be the opposite story. Could y'all imagine her Cinderella story? It would start with a girl living in the suburbs with her family because it would be opposite. She'd be in the suburbs with her family. Of course, y'all already know what they be talking about at the dinner table. They be Ouija board praying before they go into bed. They be bent over on a tree in the back of their crib while their parents in there stabbing a steak for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Then the carriage would be her house turned into that shitty apartment in Lombard, right? She in the doggone witness room snitching to the feds. Then she's still in love with the dude. She started a business for druggies, and she the only druggie in the room and him. And then she came to YouTube. Could y'all imagine that Cinderella story? That'd be a nightmare. They should bring that shit out for Halloween. I might have to do a mini series, a trailer for it. I don't know. I might have to pick that story up, Savage. Because that sounds like one of the scariest stories I've ever heard in my life. Say she had the greatest parents and she didn't make it past 8th grade. Where was she growing up in? I mean, these scholars wanted you to be the left. Man, it does. Ruski. It's just, slut. It's like, what the? It just grabbed them. Hey, it was holding their hands. It said, now let us go, bitch. Let us go, bitches. And it just started S-L-U-T. And then it slid down to the arrow that was pointing to wherever she was sitting. That's what the Ouija board told her. It said, no, I'm not going to bring the ghost of the slut. You the slut. You will see. Yeah. She got that. Let me tell you something about that blue sofa, Bambi. She got that from a whorehouse she used to work at. It was shutting down. They was taking everything out of it. And she said, I'm taking that with me. I'm taking that with me. You think I sat around the table talking about Ripper and not going to have this at my crib? Yeah, y'all didn't know that, but I did. I could see it. I could see the stains. Because let me tell y'all something. Y'all, that shit's so filthy. You could use the green light from your crib. She have a camera slip. Just run the green light. It's going to be, oh my God. You ain't got to turn the lights off. You ain't got to turn the lights off to see the specimens on there. I mean, but it's too early for us to get into all that. All right, figure it out. Y'all all took biology. Y'all went past 8th grade. There's people born in 1940 been past 8th grade. This girl, I can't, and she grew up rich. Rich went out the window once we heard y'all had 6 kids. I knew that y'all was maybe middle class. Maybe. And ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. That's half America. But you came on this here internet and told us you used to live in a castle, hanging with all the lowest of the low, but yet the tops of the tops at the same time. Girl. See, y'all, this is the horror story we're going to tell. See, I was trying to come and do Jack the Ripper, but I can't even do Jack the Ripper, even though I was going to do it later on this evening. I'm still going to try to. You know what? I'm going to do it as an upload, because y'all got me now. Because now every time I think of Jack the Ripper, I'm going to think of her family. I don't even know what her parents look like. I don't know what her siblings look like, but I just picture this big-ass family sitting around a table, and all the family is beautiful. And she's just sitting at the table. And they were just trying to set her up for her future. I'm telling you. Now, somebody gonna say, Danny, why you say her sister was a slut? No, didn't y'all hear me say that the Ouija board pointed to her? It told her future. I bet you if her sister is in the bushes listening, she's like, girl, does she know us? We did have a Ouija board. And it did spell out whore, slut, back page. We didn't even know what back page was. Like, we was looking on the back of our magazines to see if maybe that's what sisters say. That's what I heard. That's what I had heard. That's what I heard Savage on the streets. These streets on fire. These streets on fire. Castle of She lived in the castle, all right, White Castle. You know what I'm saying? Her and John lived in White Castle when they was kids getting 20-cent burgers or something. But I don't know about any castles. I don't know about any castles. It don't even seem like they was going to Burger King and getting Burger King castle hat, the king and queen hats. I mean, nothing about them got royalty in it. Wait, they say my daughter looks like their mother? Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Diagram. I'm lost. Go ahead, Tina. Wait a minute, none. I know, I always know this. You know, when you sting a bee or any of these goofies on here, you suddenly start just getting random. Not to anybody who just came in, but you'll get randoms. Because to me, everybody who come in, I never seen this new. So I show respect till you don't. But you always know because you're like, wait, what? Bambi Aquay, salute to Bambi. The Kool-Aid. She was drinking Flavor Aid. I guarantee they was in that house drinking Flavor Aid. Kool-Aid my ass. Kool-Aid my ass. They was in the house like what's on Christmas Story? What is it, little Timmy? And they sitting around in town pushing for a leg for Tammy. They was wishing she ain't grow up and be a slut. They sending that around. Cree, how you doing? The bee looks like everything she say about everybody else. Y'all ever notice every time she have a camera slip, it admits that she looks like what she is. Like everybody ugly, everybody needs to go take their camera off, everybody fat, everybody this, everybody that, everybody that. Everything she said about people, that's what she looked like. She looked like she used to dye her hair with Kool-Aid. Now that's what she was using Kool-Aid. She was drinking Flavor Aid. She was buying a pack of Kool-Aid to dye her hair. Sorry, she did have Kool-Aid. She wasn't drinking it though. It was Flavor Aid. Yeah, she was buying Flavor Aid. Yeah, all of us are addicted to something. You know what I mean? It don't have to be a drug. We don't have to be a drug. I don't. Do I think that the B is an addict? I think she's addicted to pain. I think she definitely sounds like she freebasing. But like, would I say it is a certainty or a fact? Hell no, I don't know for a fact per se. Per se, I do know. Say she said she did the Britney Spears, the Lindsay Lohan, everything, any of them. She said she's tried at least once or twice, depends on what day it was. I don't know. I don't know. But we all have some addiction. Sparks, what's up? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. You addicted to Bambi. I said we all addicted to something. It's shoes. Some people addicted to pain, drama, liquor, food, sweets. Some person they addicted to, you know. Mm. You know, Bambi, I tell people, that's why I tell you. And here, you know, that's why I made it a crown, because you come up in here and show you, we can have a good time. You know what I mean? I even know how to read the room. I'm not here to hurt nobody's feelings about they besties or they faves or none of that stuff. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm here to laugh, have a good time, enjoy you all. Let it be known that the truth of the matter is, like I said, we getting ready on the 7th of October to celebrate 3 years. I've been a content creator, 2 years monetized November 1st. But at the end of the night, I am only as good as my surroundings. So when it comes to this here kingdom, in 3 years, my chat has not been, when I say you got chats where people come up in checking everybody, come up in turning the whole chat. I don't got time for all that. And people have come in here and show their own crown and show respect and show I know how to move. I know how to move. I do. And that just because I'm watching something don't make me a part of it. I mean, it's just not the same. And I know how to show people respect, but it's a two-way street. Otherwise, I'm kissing your butt. But no, on this internet, I just move right. That's it. I don't. I'm not in nobody's beef with them, and the people I don't like, I don't. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not linking up with nobody. You ain't gonna have me come on nobody chat to just have this big old shit show with something. Why for what? One, I don't like to feel like I'm attacking nobody, and two, I know I can talk a lot myself, so I might have a lot to say. I want to get it out. Know where I can get it out right here. I'm not going to dwell. Even like with Dairy Vet, as far as I'm concerned, when I checked it the other day, I'm done with the checking because I've made my point and I've took my stance. So now let's put money where our mouth is. Meaning, you keep stating you better than me. You keep saying that the only thing I do is do this, and I'm doing that. So let's just go. Let's do what it is. Let's just go. And this is not me and somebody else. It's me and her because she made me. I be nothing. So let's just see what we doing with each other every day. One thing about my channel is whether it's 100, 1,200, 12,000 overnight in the day, my channel never sleeps, which means I'm doing something right. Which means I'm doing something right. Like I said, people mad because people respect me. Ain't nobody kissing my butt. I don't like butt kisses. I like real bosses. I don't like butt kisses. So no. And like I said, I don't have no problems with nobody. Like I said, when people made it clear they had a problem with me, what they expect me to go backwards and be cool with them, that never happens in my life. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, every day, let's put our stats up. Let's put up what we got in subscribers overnight for the day. Let's put what we had in conversations in our chat when we went live. Let's put up what numbers we have. And don't just give us every 48 hours. Let's do it in one day. Let's do it in the last 24 hours. Let's do it in the last 60 minutes. And what you're going to see is my channel won't sleep. And then because we're in a competition, I'm going to show you how when I'm not playing with my channel, how it'll definitely move because I'm going to keep it moving. That's why I said, baby, like I'm so sick of these people. So sometimes you don't have to fight people with negativity. And even when I come in here and fight with your negativity, I fought you with the facts. The facts are your trash. And not even hurt anybody I've sat and had an argument with. But I haven't went looking for anybody. I don't go in anybody chat to start none. I've never made another account to do anything. I'm not in some group talking about you. I'm not linking up with people to help them get you down. When I like somebody, I like them. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So even when they fall out with people I like, that don't mean nothing to me. I still like them. I didn't pick a side. I didn't. I didn't because I learned on the internet you'll be doing that shit all day, back and forth and back and forth and back. No. Mm-mm. 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 When I'm done liking somebody, I'm just done. I don't need to make announcements. I don't need to make a live on it. I'm just done. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I like people. When Savage first came around, so like I said, I can actually sit and say if it's anybody, if I'm personally speaking, I have a story that makes it where I like you. I mess with you, and I've never grabbed in what somebody else was. But for anybody, once I see that's how you move, then I'm gonna move accordingly. I'm not gonna move like you. I'm gonna move accordingly. That's it. But I'm never, oh my God, wait a minute, hold on. I don't like your minds. I don't like, no. So that's why no matter what has happened, even when this whole thing came up, and I'm trying so hard not to say this lady name, but even when the whole thing came up last week with Muzz, I wanted to make it very clear that never was I saying, oh, if Muzz, I can't mess with you because she been around a year over here. And I wouldn't have been saying that. And she was everywhere. She was in Savage's live. She was in Maria's live. She was everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So it was never that I was saying that. What I was saying was when we are all saying what we don't like, remember that somebody's saying that same thing. It's just not, it might not be with somebody you don't like. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell people I could like you and nobody likes you. And I could dislike you and everybody likes you. And it won't change. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. It's not, wait, I heard enough to not like. No. No. Yeah. Of like Savage. The first time I heard Savage on Seawolves. Savage came up on Seawolves, was saying she was coming back. Because like I said, Savage had been around before. But even when she was having the garage lives, didn't see any of them. So when I first saw Savage, Savage came up on Seawolves, and it was right after Dee's son passed away. And Savage came up on Seawolves and was talking about, like her sister wasn't gonna come back and the messed up stuff people did and how she just had came back out the bushes basically, and she didn't care. She wasn't playing with nobody. I was like, who is this chick? Then one day she came over to Terry Lynn's and she came up and she was talking. I said, wait, it's Savage, because her name would say Savage and it would say something else. I was like, wait, is that same woman? Because her voice, it sounded like the same woman. Like I said, then I saw Savage's channel. I subscribed to Savage's channel. I've been subscribed ever since. I love her parodies. I love that Savage speaks her mind and it's not like based on other people. Those are things I like about Savage. Like I said, everybody want to tell you about somebody and what they did wrong. We all got a wrong list. We all got some things we may have did wrong. Some of us just ain't doing them on the internet. And I know we live in a world that pretends like if you can't see it, that means it didn't exist. No, that's not the truth, though. It did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bambi popped up on my thing one day. I seen her. I said, wait a minute, she in Yorktown? I said, wait a minute. Is this chick outside the Yorktown Mall? What? Then the next thing I see, she in front of the B Crip, man. I was on the floor. I don't care. 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 I know y'all all gonna say when it happened because people was all they was going too far. No, you know it's going too far. Open your mouth and daring people to come to your crib and don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? Say what you need to say. Say what you mean to say. So once you come to my house, get it, pull up, take it. Here's my address. Don't when they pull up, don't be like, oh my God. Why would they? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you flexing so hard? You on flex mode, they flexing back. You know what I'm saying? They say don't play with the stove and get mad when you get burned. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I said this motherfucker is it in Yorktown? She better get out of Yorktown. Them white folks don't play out there, so she better go. Then when she got to York at the Lombard, I said, oh, don't worry, it's Cluckerville. They ain't gonna be worried about nothing. They gonna let you put up every sign you want to put up, and the next thing I know, I look up and the B is like, my niece was walking down the street to a babysitting job because her family always doing something good and wholesome, like making apple pies. So her niece was on her way to a babysitting gig. And on her way to the babysitting gig, she looked on a stop sign. She looked on a tree. She looked on a fire hydrant. And there was a picture of her skank ass auntie. You know what I'm saying? I said, wait, what? Your niece seen it. She said her niece called her and said, Auntie, what is your skanky Jack the Ripper hooker ass doing? You know, that's what the niece said. That's what she had said. And I said, damn, Bambi, you put that many flyers that her niece was skipping down the street and happened to see that skank on a flyer there. So I started making a joke. So that's how Bambi came to my attention. Now, does that mean every live she did, I was sitting there? No, but it mean I liked her, subscribed, and I haven't unsubscribed. Did that make her a saint? Did that make her never do no? See, that's what people think around here. You know what I mean? Shit, like I said, if I cut Maria off every time, oh my God. Maria is on the top 10 of the most hated mofos I've met since I came on the internet. Let me tell you, Maria's name is off, man. Maria. I know they got that song. Maria, Maria. We need a new one. And not the one Seawood wrote for you, girl. We need a new one, girl. Because I mean, Maria used to come in the chat and people used to come to me like it was a confessional. Hey, Father, I come to you today because I've sinned. I came up in your chat and I saw Maria and I damn near lost my whole. You say, damn, Maria, what the hell you be doing? I said, damn, shit. I said, I think the Heidi, what else sis? Just me and me. I said, damn. Boy, Maria, it was so bad. Maria was next to John Kristen, and people was like, I think it's a little closer on who I can't stand. He said, damn, you are comparing Maria with John. Damn, Maria. What is going on? I know that's right, Bambi. That's what I'm telling you. They be killing me. I said, they be killing me. Man, I'm telling y'all, I was sitting in that damn police station in Lombard, and I made it very clear. They said, you want to press some kind of charge? Hell no. On this skank, I want to let you know that this heifer is going to get tapped. And then two, I want to let you know what she's doing. Hey, no joke. They had a shitload of information in the computer about it. Like, they had her own files. I said, well, damn, this many people don't complain on her. I mean, I was like, damn. The police like, hold on. Hey, if it would have been a list, like on paper, the shit just would have failed. Just, say, what's all that? That's just every note from all the people. Shit. Golly, goddamn. What are you about to say about her? Hold on, it's already on here. We got it. Skank, yeah, we know. Back page, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got a drug business in her town. Oh my God, that's heifer. But then I had to hit him with new shit. I was like, wait, what about the Portillos? He said, what? We didn't know about that. I say, oh yeah, you didn't? The officer had a look on his face like, I wish Bambi would have just took her out. I said, damn, officer, Mr. Officer. He had a look. You know how I was like, do you know who this is? I said, no, I don't. He said, oh, because I know they had a problem with her. Look, they had a problem with her. They came and, you know, we would have gave her an hour head start out to stay down. Okay, he didn't say that. He ain't say that, but in my mind he did. But he did say, hey, Daddy, take your friends over to Portillo's. Show them what a good beef tastes like. I said, I sure will. I sure will. And we're going to go to one real close to him. Oh, my God. You could have gave her 6 years. She wouldn't have left her house. She only leaves her house for marijuana. And I think kitty litter. I don't know. I think it's shipped to her once a year. 1 box of kitty litter a year for the cats and shit. one trip to the dispensary a week. Mm. Oh yeah, because you did a video. You was on the road again. On the road again. Now watch. This how the internet work, man. I'm sitting here saying this people gonna be, oh my God, Danny and Bambi, besties. Matter of fact, Danny sent her gas money. She was the one talking to her on the phone. While she was like, what the hell? We ain't not do that. We ain't never even talked in private. The hell? Any conversation we had, you seen it right here. Christoph, how you doing, buddy? Oh yeah, Portillo's hot dogs. Because they beef. Yeah, but once try not to do this on the internet. I want her to get in trouble with them, but I did hear something recently. And some of them ain't even owned by the owner. Like, he done franchised that shit. Mm. Oh, because her parents are always with her pity party. Oh, they're talking about my mom. They're talking about my dad. They're doing this, they're doing that. But see, she was one of those people when I used to first listen to her, I didn't realize how much. See, because some of these YouTubers, y'all got to realize they do a lot in the back. You know what I'm saying? So we don't see it. So you be thinking, she never did that. So I used to be watching people and be thinking, what are they talking about? I seen the last lives they did. That didn't happen. But they'll be talking about something that happened on Instagram, something that happened on Rumble, something that happened on Twitch. It'd be somewhere else, right? So I realized she was this back door. So she was in lots of chats, getting information, swiping stuff, doxing people, her partners in crime, looking people up. So when I realized who she was, no matter what I saw happening to her, I never felt sorry for her. So that didn't make me like people because they disliked her. I'm laughing because what y'all don't understand is real life. So here's the thing. You sitting here threatening me right here, and you swearing because I'm black, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. No, real people gonna do real shit. You gonna keep calling people to your crib, they gonna show up at your crib. You don't want them at your crib, stop inviting them to your crib. That's how I feel about anybody. I tell nobody, don't come to my crib. Don't want you at my crib. You're not invited to my crib. I don't, ooh, you know? So we different people. We different people. Cause me, and that's why it's a good thing and a bad thing. One of the bad parts about me is win or lose, I'd have went out that door. Especially if I was calling you to my crib. Cause no matter what happened, where I'm gonna get leeway is that you came to my crib. So whatever happens, I could pop you and not have a registered pistol. But you know what? I'm only gonna get charged with that non-registered pistol. I'm not catching no homicide on you because you came to my crib. If I grab a knife and we get on some jack, you came to my crib. There go the threat right there. There ain't no more. They say less. Did I invite you? Do I even know you? Did I give you my information? They don't think like that. Check my phone. Hold on. You just sent me a message, Heidi? I don't see it. Mm. Yeah, show them all. Shit, show them all. You gotta say, since she the queen, I want to show everybody, unmask everybody, undo this to everybody, undo that. To me, when you open those doors, it's like you must want it done to you. That's what I said. I don't. We different. Oh, here come my. Oh, I love that. I love that. Like I said. Hmm. But where my PMR been? Because somebody tell PMR that Danny said that I'm gonna give her this much. The other day, I think everybody should have a stance. We all have to have our own forget a moral compass. Like we all have to have our own boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And I like when, because the subscribers let you know. So, like, if I'm in a chat and all my subscribers are like, Danny, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. You think I'm going to keep doing that? No, because y'all are who is here for me. That's it. When I look at my views as subscribers, is this. And I mean, some people come for different stuff. So we might not see each other all in the same thing, but I promise you, I know if I post a thing with my grandkids, I'm gonna get messages from people you might not see in the chats. On my shorts, I mean, on some of my shorts, I've had so many like conversations, well, back and forth with different people. So in interaction, so yeah, okay. Okay, wait. I love a guy sent. Wait. Oh, now this. Oh, sorry. What's funny is I just got the one about Shorty. Now Heidi, that guy in that video about Diddy, like maybe was it a year 2 years ago? It had to be like 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, he did a post on his Instagram. I think it was his Instagram. But he did this video on his Instagram, and all of his subscribers were worried he was gonna take his life, right? Then, like a week later, he posted and he was on an island with Diddy getting back massages. And he was saying stuff like, "You not living if you ain't with Diddy getting a back massage while the sun coming up." And it was just like Diddy's back oiled and stuff. But all these people started then putting in the comments, like, "Man, is you and Diddy lovers?" Like, all this stuff was in the comments because people were already getting in on him about him and Diddy's relationship. So then Diddy went and posted a picture, like you could tell it was an old picture on his Instagram, like he was somewhere else. And everybody like, "You was laying up at the beach with this young man in a cabana in the morning as the sun comes up getting oiled down, just you and him." I said, "What is going on?" But he's had all these like so it's all of them. Hakeem from Empire. We didn't even know he was married because he was trying so hard to hide if any of that stuff went to his wife. Then Hakeem was hitting on his wife because he was going crazy from what they was doing to him. And I tell people, it bothers me when I post about Puffy. Now, some of the stuff people talking about now, and I'm not talking no Jag stuff, because with Jaguar, it's so hard to hear the one, you haven't been around, one, you have no public anything with Puffy, but you and Jay-Z haven't even been in each other's presence in like 15 years. So any story you got on him is so past. But with having the stuff that people are like talking or bumping now, I was saying it then. I posted a few months back about Puffy and that damn and other people were talking about it too. I wasn't the only one. But yeah, it's like some of this stuff is just sick. And so people would say, "Well, what about Epstein?" Well, one, they trying to tell us Epstein dead, which I don't believe. And two, when it comes to Epstein's list, they have hidden showing us what else is on there. So they've let out what they wanted to let out. When it comes to Puffy, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to let out who they want to let out. And they're going to be names you're not going to hear. Just like with that video that's going around. It's a whole video that's been seen of an A-list celebrity being ran through at one of them parties under the influence. So, this is about to go. But there's a lot of names you're not going to hear about. It's going to be some big old folks that's involved. You ain't going to hear nothing about them. You're not. Just like I put that short up 4 months ago where the adopted daughter was basically saying that not only did she get on drugs, she was an addict now. She's a drug addict. You know what I mean? And the things that she did. Now, she was being kind of light, but she was telling me it was a lot of sex and a lot of her having it. Yeah. So, like I said, some of the things with it's just like with Kale. It's like Puffy makes Kale seem like a walk in the park. Fight like a girl, how you doing? One of my biggest problems with Kales was that Kales was knowingly passing STDs around, and that was sick and disgusting to me in itself. So that was one of the biggest things. When it came to him and that little girl, I watched The State, I watched The Court, I watched other rappers and singers cover up for Kales. So I realized people cared more about his music than they cared what he was doing. So when everything went down, what nobody ever talked about was the fact that the girl who he was so-called messing with in the video as a little girl, she was still living with him when they shut his compound down in Atlanta. That ought to tell you something. Why was she there? If you was ever supposedly a girl, why were you with him? Still, as an adult. Nobody, and so that kind of stuff is just sick. But when I think of the industry, the movie industry, the rock and roll industry, the rap industry, when I think of it, it's a lot of exploitation of women, lots of abuse of drugs and narcotics, um, and that's what makes it. Matter of fact, if you're not doing it in these things, they'll act like something wrong with you. But Superhead told us 15 years ago. Superhead told us. Andrew Cunanan told us. People told us almost 2 decades ago that there's an elite side in Hollywood that sleep with little children, that has AIDS parties, that have hidden homicides. Okay, covered up homicides for each other. That's why I said we live in a country that money runs. You got enough money, you can do whatever you want to do. And even when you get caught, don't worry. I'm too rich to go down with you. I'm too big. Just like Epstein. Epstein had all kind of people on there. But they told who they wanted to tell us about. And then Jag. Jag said she went to Epstein Island and rescued people. How? How did you get to the island? How did you know where to go? How did you know the coordinates to get there? When people who've been there didn't have the coordinates. You know what? I can't. And that's another thing. Everybody who went to Epstein Island knew what it was about, and they went. And even if they went and found out, they kept it a secret. Just like with Puffy, they saw what was going on and they kept it to themselves because people get killed for telling, for talking. Yeah. hmm Yeah. And Andrew, like I said, but Andrew Cunanan said that, let you know, in all them little things he's right, that first of all, when he came, they used to tell him, these rich, filthy rich people who owned all that, big people, all big people. He said that one of the things they liked about him was he looked like a little boy, but he was legal, so they could get away with it. And then they passed him around to each other, married men, supposedly straight men. And they had a society that they put him in that would get him with some of the richest people who loved little boys. I hate to say it, it's almost like the Catholic Church. This kind of stuff has been going on forever. This country is built on these type of things. I mean, it's sick. And to me, when it comes to your race, I don't care your race when you sick like that. F. Epstein, I want to see his dead body to know he's gone. F. Puffy and everybody connected to him. And I don't care who's on that list. They shouldn't be so big that if Puffy bad, they bad. And that's the truth. And none of these people, I don't owe them nothing. I just know how many little girls love artists or want to be a part of a party or want to be popular or want the clout on the internet. And I know how many have probably been taken advantage. The thousands of young girls. Did you know in California at one point, they used to just go on the street to the little runaways and they would go put them in the porn industry? All of them weren't even 18. They were just homeless and they knew nobody was checking for them, looking for them. And Hollywood was letting it go. And they knew these was and drugging them out, passing them out. I just seen a thing on the internet where some man let 80 men sleep with his wife and recorded it. It was some ridiculous number of men that some man recorded his wife. I said, what kind of sick world are we living in that somebody even wants to watch those videos? Mm. She saved people from Epstein Island, 9 girls. 9 of them, okay? I don't know what boat they was on. And here's what we would have known. If somebody would have came to Epstein Island unannounced, they'd be dead. Yeah. I kid you not. When I look at Biggie when he first got with Puff, when I look at Biggie when he was with Tupac, when I look at Biggie at the end of his life, you could tell he's seen things he did not like. And anybody who's a real Biggie fan knows that Biggie was getting ready to leave Puff and start the commission. He was. And even though he was going to start it with shady ass Jay-Z, who is just as, like I said, you can't tell me Jay-Z and Puffy didn't know about what was going on. Because it also reminds me, do y'all remember when Jay-Z and R. Kelly did a tour together, right? Do you all remember during the tour, somebody came and shot up at the stage or whatever? And so there were all these rumors. I don't know in your state what it was, but there were some rumors out that was saying like it was somebody coming to shoot at Kels because let me tell y'all something. Here's a fact. It's mad people that know little girls Kelly messed with. So it's people that will still fight that he didn't mess with little girls, but they'll be like, oh, I knew this girl. She was like 16. She used to fuck with him. He used to travel her from state to state, bring her from her state to his state. Okay? Little girls. Anyway. Because I'm sorry, I'm just telling y'all that just made me forget for a second where this was going with but they was doing the tour together. So all this was going back and forth. And Jay was making little subliminals at, when they were going back and forth, Kels and Jay. Jay was making little subliminals at Kels, like, I ain't finna be dealing with all this stuff with this heat with this little girl. Because that's when people were saying, Sparkle had leaked the tape. Because remember, Sparkle leaked the tape on her niece. And it took years for people was talking about. People were already circulating it. But anyway, so when that was going on, Kels one day does this little interview on a radio station, and he's digging at Jay-Z, and he's saying like, man, you messed with Foxy Brown. He starts naming them as they little girls. He naming them little girls that when Jay-Z started messing with Beyonce, she was like 17. When he announced her, she was a different age. You get what I'm saying? So some of these people were doing shit in our face. And some of us pretended like we saw it. Some of us said, I didn't know. I didn't think about the fact that here's something that you got to know. If you're a real hip hop fan, you'll know that when Jay-Z was Hawaiian Sophie, he was 29 years old. So he started as a grown ass man. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't a little boy. He didn't come into hip hop 18, 19. He came in 30. So Jay has been around for 2 decades. Jay's over 50. Jay is not a baby. You know what I'm saying? So Jay the same age as like Run and them, but Run and them was out in the 80s. Some of these artists came out young. Jay was coming out at 29 because Jay wasn't the rapper. His boy was the rapper. You get what I'm saying? So this is the thing. And then Jay wasn't moving keys or dope. Like he wasn't that neither. So like I said, bad boy. What he gonna do? What Puff gonna do? What he come for you? Yeah, Puff a bad boy, all right. Take that. Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, anything you listen to from Puffy, it seems freaky or dirty. Or he telling you something. Because he's a sociopath, if you ask me, and he's narcissistic, all that good stuff. But he was telling you. In your face, I kid you not, Law and Crime just did a video about 2 weeks ago. I shared it. And the video was talking about those lyrics from Pimps and Hoes. The world is filled with pimps and hoes. I'm just talking about those I know. Make it hot. Yeah. And remember, I told y'all months ago, I said, I was up on Heidi's. Me, her, and Debbie was talking about Puff when all this was coming out. And I said, those lyrics are dirty. I mean, well, of course, everybody know turn a freak to a bisexual, but every lyric is dirty. I mean, hold on, because I can't do a song with a song on. But it just started off dirty. Let's see. It started, when I score for a whore, I think that's how I started. When I score with a whore, she be game for sure. Pimp so hard, a nigga knock his nink on the floor. Don't you forget it. Wait, don't you forget it. I ain't got to talk it because I live it. Any bitch fucking with me, believe me, that's a privilege. I won't be satisfied to all my niggas hit it. See, he get it, then I get it. We get it back and split it. And Biggs be the nigga with me riding through my hood rat scoping with their eyes on my goods. See, we date them like we hate them, treat them like we don't need them. What? Huh? Then he's on that, and we never give them freedom. And I only give my number to selected few, so it's best that you never knew what good headed dude turn a freak to a bisexual. And if she's flexible, fuck that nigga next to you. I said, wait a minute, Puffy. All this shit sound illegal. All this shit sound dirty. All this shit sound like y'all been running hoes since 93. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Andre Harrell, I believe, entered Puffy into the society of undercover brothers. There's nothing wrong being gay, but there's something totally wrong with you coming out acting like you so against. But see, do y'all remember when Puffy did Making the Band? and he did the like making a band, not the making a band with the rappers or the singers. He made an actual band for that what was it, something in Paris album, and he needed a live band for when he was performing. Well, when he was making a band, there was a woman on there who was transgender. She was a big woman too, and she was transgender. She was from Chicago, and when they made this big deal because they was leading up to the episode where Puffy is going to confront the fact that she was born a man. But Puffy was so cool about it. But then Puffy and this person became this tight. And I thought, first they was trying to make it on the show like he was gonna be so uncomfortable. But then he seemed like, ooh, it's time to Kiki. I want you to. And then think about old boy that was on Making the Band who came to get Danny Kane and them into order. And he used to walk with the thing and be divas. I used to think that was Jason Lee. So when Jason Lee came out, I used to think that was Jason Lee back in the day on that show. And he told him when he came in, I got a strong relationship with Puffy. But Puffy at that time was making his act, telling us he didn't even run with nobody gay. And then, though I love you, Farnsworth Bentley, I have thought you and Puffy were sleeping together since back in the day. Everything about y'all said y'all was lovers. The way y'all used to look at each other, same way Jay-Z and Puffy look at each other. Meek Mills went from the biggest thug to us hearing him getting whammed by Puffy. Like, it's too much. It's just been too much. It's too much. I don't want to be in nobody's bedroom. Definitely not Puffy's. Them lyrics are eerie as shit. But like I said, even when you listen to Puffy on anything, even when he is in the beginning of Biggie's song doing the Lord's Prayer, you like, wait a minute. He was, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. But it was almost like he was telling us, like, man, I do what I want to do, and God ain't gonna stop me, nobody. So everything he say, send my hairs. I ain't got hairs on my arm, and they stand up. I literally, my brother can tell you, I have been saying, and I'm telling y'all, it's been for at least damn near 20 years. I've been saying, because we all know that Cassie got up with Puffy because one of Puffy's friends, one of his producer buddies, whoever it was, they old ass was already messing with this 16-year-old girl when he met her. She wasn't no 18, no 19. And even Cassie mama know it because she wanted to know why Puffy wanted her to live with her. And she wasn't doing that because she was 18. She was doing that because she didn't know why he wanted her daughter to live with him. And I used to tell my brother, when you look at Cassie, it don't make you feel like she being abused. She seems so unhappy. I never thought Cassie was happy. I thought she was a child lost in the world. I did. And even when she got older, I could see it. And then when I found out, like, she shaved her hair for him because he was in love with another chick, and this man is sick. And I think of all the people who probably died that overdosed at that house because he was making a drug and giving it to people and giving people drugs without their permission. I think that there were mad people who were sexually assaulted around him. I think that there were mad children being trafficked and grown-ups. People were made junkies. It's just the things I think, and to think that people want me to be like, this is a black woman, this is a black man who made it very far in a world that once never let us in. And this what you did with it? This what you did with it? So even if Puffy came and stood up and told me all these white people, it don't matter. Why did you do it? Why were you okay with it? Why was your soul saying it's okay to do this to people? I own people. I run people. Y'all ever seen Welcome to Death Row? On Welcome to Death Row, you learn that Suge Knight was a beast, that Suge Knight was breaking people's jaws, that Suge Knight was feeding JoJo and Casey drugs, and that Suge Knight had JoJo and Casey from Jodeci out there beating people's ass. You learn that all of them was in a gang. You learn that Danny Boy from Chicago, the Danny Boy was gay, and they couldn't stand him for that. So they used to be in there beating Danny Boy's ass on a daily basis. Okay? They said, Suge, if you rewound the thing too far, he broke your jaw. When I heard all those things, I turned on Suge, and I meant it. I didn't care what he was. And I watched, he was just a snake and a demon. He was evil. All of these people. When I watched Dre let go of everything to leave Death Row, I knew then. I said, man, there's some snaking going on. But then once again, when you think back on the beef between Easy E and Dre and them, back then Easy E had signed himself for the devil, and they was trying to say back then he was bending it on over for dude. You know why? Because it seems like for years they have been running through these artists sexually. They have been making men do things to emasculate them so they could own them. They were making women do things that they could later blackmail them or run trains on. The things they were doing. Because, see, let me tell you something about real rich people, y'all. It's a lot of stuff they decide to make their money by. They buy your soul. Y'all ever watch the story on, now this is a good rich guy for me, y'all. Meech, y'all ever watch any of the things on BMF? Because, Big Meech used to make his own movies. And back in the day, I used to buy them from the bootleggers. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, one of Big Meech's movies, he said how he changed the strip gang because he'd walk up in there and tell him what you want to do strange for a little change. And he watched how to, so when you go to Magic City, these strippers are advanced. They're like going to the circus and seeing the people on it. Because they're like gymnasts and acrobatic. And you'd be like, what? They spending this to strip? But they're talented. They up in there on their mouth holding on to a thing, going in circles. But he said he changed the game because he stepped it up. Money changes. So when rich people have money, they'll say, she said she wouldn't do that. Let's see if for this dollar amount she will. And they play games like that. They play with people who got price tags on them. You're their toy. No. But the things you're going to have to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of these people did. And when you think of some of these people, I love Kevin Hart, but I remember about 10 years ago or so, Kevin had like 3 movies back to back, Get Hard, this movie, that movie. I said, dang, what Kevin do that he done went past people who should definitely be getting that? And then you start thinking of the industry and those who sold, they sold, and those who just kept going the right way. Those who had deals with people who had deals with people, those, It's just like when Raz B tried to tell us what Chris Stokes and them was doing, and everybody shunned him out. But now when you think about Puffy, all of these people were working together. To this day, I ask, why are there so many grown men on the Scream tour? Chris Brown, I love you, but your ass is too old to be on the Scream tour. This tour is filled with little kids. Meaning that's who the crowd is. And it'd be all these grown arse men. And that'd be the concert they butt naked in, twerking. You'd be like, what, with the kids? Go to a concert. The front row is filled with little girls look like grown women. Them little girls. Their parents gonna bring them. They gonna buy the tickets, everything. New Edition told us years ago in Any Heartbreak that they had parents listen to Any Heartbreak, and they say it's a young girl heartbreak. In that verse, they're gonna say that people's daddy used to try to give their little girls to them so they could be connected to New Edition. So hopefully their daughter probably get pregnant by one of New Edition. What? This sick world we live in. Yeah, but when you listen to these lyrics now, I can't listen to nothing Puffy say. Even when I was listening to my song by him and Keisha Cole last night. Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. Do, 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 do. That's my jam, right? I'm listening at the end. He doing this creepy little, yeah, I called you, bitch. You better answer your door. Ha, ha, ha. And then he say, ain't that how it be when they don't answer the phone? I'm thinking, this dude is crazy. This dude is crazy. A bona fide nut. And then just think about it, y'all. He changed his whole name to Love, right? And then nobody's looking for Love Island, even though Young Miami told us when they asked her, have Puffy ever took her off the grid before? Which means took her, out. Y'all know what that means. And did you ever take her off the grid? She said, yeah, when we went to Love Island. Nobody looking for Love Island because I'm sure it's probably some hostages still there. I'm sure it's probably some sex slaves still living on it. I guarantee. Because think about it. These sadistic people emulate other statistic people. So if Epstein had an island, think about the dude who owned Virgin Records. He been had an island. Remember, every time they did a doggone cribs, Mariah Carey be up in his bathtub. I said, why is Mariah Carey always on his island? What they do on these islands? Stunner got an island from Cash Money. He got an island. The big one I'm talking about. The one was with Tony Braxton. I don't know why his name is just not coming to my head right now. The one that said put some respect on his name. Yeah, but I can't think of his name right now. But he got an island. A lot of these mofos got islands. But see, nobody bring the islands up. You know why? Because they know what we'll find. Exactly what we're looking for. Mm-hmm. No, he not. And I done seen both in person before. And Cat lit it up. I went to see him on New Year's like 2005, 2006. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got islands. They all got islands. What's going on over there, though? What's going on? Yeah, guys, too deep. Deborah Deborah, I want to make sure I'm saying it right. How you doing? How you doing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Back in the day. Y'all, I am making some steak tacos and they smell so damn good. Sheesh, Louise, they giving me life. Mm-hmm. For the love of money. That's why I even say on this internet, when you hear a YouTuber talking about somebody else's money, know that that runs them. So to them, they want to be there. But the thing is, just do your job and everything that's supposed to be paid for it'll come in time. Because like I said, even when you look at these TikTokers, they be on here. I need you. I was watching that video, Chantel. At first, I saw a little bit of it on Heidi's this morning. Then I watch on Chantel Gucci's and this dude is on here talking about my count 1,200 and negative. I need this. I named 3 days and it went down to 2 days. I said, what is going on? There's people out here really starving. And here's the funny thing. They could be sitting in this chat and not tell a soul, not tell one of us they ain't ate. Not one of them. I'm gonna come on here one day and be like, y'all, I have not went to the mall. I have not went to the store. So just make up some shit. That man said he needed his phone bill paid, he needed the rent, he needed to eat, he needed this, he needed that. I said, you need a lot. You need a lot. Then he said he had a job. I'm sorry, if you hadn't eaten in 3 days and the only way you can get to eat is if somebody give you $1,200 to get your account out the negative, you'd have a better chance of just holding a cup in your hand and standing outside that restaurant and begging for food there. Because then you'll eat. And nobody had to put shit in your account. They could go in the restaurant right there and order your food for you. Because that's how I know you don't want to eat, bruh. You could make more money at that time. Not more money, because the internet shows that one thing I'm going to tell y'all about Americans especially. They have a good heart. They got this tough wall because being an American is a hard thing. Because, I mean, it's a lot going on here. It is. And that's why we always looking at other countries and other reasons to make it up. It's bad. It is some bad shit here. But the truth of the matter is we're bleeding hearts. People will give their last. They'll feed you when they just about starving. That's the truth. So people come on here and they play on people's emotional strings. They play on people's, you know what I'm saying? These people are crazy. And like I said, there'll be people out here who are afraid to ask for help because they don't want somebody to think they like that. That's the problem. That's the sad part. And he needed immediately. He needs 1,200 to empty his account. I need 1,200 just for the hell of it. I ain't got an account. I want to put 1,200 in an account. Let's just get 1,200 together so we can open the account. How about that? I want 1,200 to play with. You know what, guys? I'm just sitting here. Who does this? I'm starving. I'm sick. I need medicine. I need this. I need that. You need a medical card. You need a link card. And if you got one, you selling it, then that means you don't want to eat. You need some religion. I don't know what you need, but you need something, and you need it fast. You need it fast. But y'all, I'm about to get up here. I'm about to run up here to this daycare real quick and see my juicer before she leave there. I'm debating if I want to keep it. Party Rock. How you doing? I was just talking about you earlier. I really want to. I'm debating. if I want to keep her tonight or do I just in the morning want to take her somewhere before I go. So I'm gonna go see my auntie tomorrow at the nursing home. And so I'm debating. I'm debating. I don't want to make no commitments right now. But y'all, let me get on out of here. I love you guys. Thank you for coming here and chilling. I just wanted to run my mouth. I didn't have anything to really talk about, but I wanted to run my mouth. Also, I want to let you guys know we will be playing again Icebreaker this weekend. Probably, I don't know. I might do it just like last week. I might just do it Sunday night as our second pajama jammy jam for the night, just so we can end our night and get ready. Claudia says, and get ready to start our week on some laughter and some fun. I want to do that. I've been putting together so many shorts and videos, and then when you're taking things that are from somewhere else, I'm trying my best to make sure that I do it the right way. I rechange it, but it is a little more time consuming than before when I was just quickly doing stuff. So I'm really trying to do that. So, like I said, it's all for me about growth. There's nothing I'm going to do half ass. So, even if it's a channel, so even when people come on here and they say, well, I didn't come on here to do that, and I ain't coming, none of us came on here for the same reason. That's the truth. But we're here. So, like I said, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to continue to be grateful for every, like I said, every like that's been hit, every view I have, everything. Everything. I'm grateful and thanks to the kingdom. And I am thankful. Like I said, we're getting ready to celebrate a birthday. So I really want to show out. And dear Yvette, remember today was day one where we put our stats up since you're so much better than me. You made me. I'm nothing without you. Let's go stat day for day. And what you'll learn is what you think is important is got your chat on just where it's at. So, like I said, I went from I don't really go to Social Blade, y'all. I use my actual analytics that I have in my studios to see what's going on with me. But when I did go to Social Blade, when I was sick and for 2 months I didn't go, I was being consistent, before that. And I was doing, like I said, I did damn near 300,000 views for 28 days. And then I did 185,000 views in 28 days. So, like I said, it was building up. I didn't say I had the biggest channel. I don't, because the big channels are the ones they ain't even talking about to me. But I didn't say I had the biggest channel. But what I did say is I don't play with my channel. My channel's not based on hatred. My channel's not based on drama. I don't go looking for drama. I didn't come here to disrespect nobody. And like I said, I can't have a good time, run with bosses, laugh, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy ourselves and realize that we do all have something in common. We all use YouTube to do whatever it is we do on here, and we are in the same place at the same time. That's it. That's it. So I'm going to continue to do that. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And like I said, I used to go live every day when I first started. I slowed that down for 2024, and I was just going live on Sundays. But for the end of this year, I'm just gonna go live when I feel like going live, and that's just what it is. That's it. That's it. Because those are the times I get to talk with y'all and kick it with y'all, and I enjoy that. I really do. And I enjoy the respect y'all give to me and to each other. And on that note, I'm going to get up out of here. And I will see you later. See ya. Thank you to my mods. And I saw my mama Ann was in the comments yesterday. She said she put a comment. It felt so good to see her in the comments. So Mama Ann said she will be back, next week. So we cannot wait to have her back in the room. She's always here. If we hear, that. I got nothing but love for my mods. I salute my minds. I salute every crown in the chat. I do. And remember, y'all, just like me, be yourself on here. That's it. Be yourself. They're going to either like it, love it, or leave it alone. And I will see you later. Bye-bye. See ya. See ya. Oh, and Nino says bye. Look, he just got up to say bye. Nino says bye. See ya. See ya.